happens every day in
Chat. Awesome. All right. So go back to my page. All right. So we said show the time on your analog clock. So I showed you, right? Time on my analog clock. So someone tell me, what time does lunch start? Can someone raise their hand and tell me? Isabella, what time does lunch start?
12:30. I mean 11:30.
11:30. Good. 11:30. And is this AM or PM? Is this AM or PM?
AM.
It is AM, right? 11:30. Camila, I do not need you annotating on my screen. I am annotating on my screen. 11:30 AM. Okay, then let's answer the next question, okay? Now, I'm gonna go back. My next question is, how long do you have for lunch? So this is when lunch ends. So if this is when lunch ends, what time is this? Miles, what time is this?
12:30.
It's 12:30. So if we have from 11:30, hold on, let me type it. If we have from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., how long do we have for lunch? We have 11:30 a.m.
I know what you're gonna ask.
I said the answer. 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. How long do we have? How long do we have for lunch? Sarah, how long do we have for lunch?
We have 1.5 hours. I think
we have
1 hour.
1 hour. We have 1 hour. Because if you were to take 12:30 and subtract it from 11:30, you would have 1 hour. So you have exactly 1 hour for lunch. Good job. All right. I want to play with my friends. When is recess? Okay. So I'm just going to show you based on, obviously I know we don't have recess, so I'm going to show you based on when our friends that are in person have recess. Okay.
It starts at like 12.
No. When do they have recess? Oh, you should not be unmuting. When do they have recess? Type in the chat. When do they have recess? This should be really easy. What time does their recess start? Should be really easy. What time does their recess start? You should be looking at the clock and telling me what time it says. This should be really easy. What time is on my clock?
Why do they start 30 minutes after us?
Because they do. That's just what. Because they have to also match all the people that are also in person schedule versus we don't have to match anybody's schedule. Zane, what time's on my clock? What time do they start recess?
At 1 o'clock.
They start recess at 1 o'clock. Oops. And let's see. Raiden, is it 1 o'clock a.m. or p.m.?
PM.
p.m. a.m. would be in the middle of the night. 1 o'clock p.m. And if they have recess until 1, y'all tell me, how long do they have for recess? If it starts at 1 o'clock, and then it ends here, how long would they have? What time did I put on the clock? Camila, what time did I put on the clock? Camila.
30
1:30. AM or PM?
p.m.
PM. So if they have from 1 to 1:30, how long is recess?
I already put it in the chat.
Isabella, how long is recess?
30 minutes.
It's 30 minutes. So recess is 30 minutes. Good job. All right. And our next one is about the library. Okay, so I'm going to do it based off when they go to the library, because I know we don't necessarily get to go to the library. Oh, wait. Okay. So type in the chat, what time is this? When did they go to the library? When did they go to the library? This one's a little bit trickier. Remember, it's got to be all the way at the 10 for it to count as 10. It's got to be all the way at the 10 for it to count as 10. So if it's not all the way at the 10, if it's not all the way at the 10, then it goes back one. All right, we need to go over this one because I've got a lot of different answers. Okay.
Can I say the answer though?
Oh, no. First question. Is this all the way at the 10? Is my hour hand all the way at the 10?
No. And also, Miss P,
No.
Miss Chandra,
Yes, Dimitri.
I use my pencil as the hour
No,
hand.
it isn't.
Good,
I
Dimitri.
use my pencil at the hour hand, then I pointed at the hour hand, and he wasn't pointing at the 10.
Awesome. That is
So
correct.
that means one. So that means 1 hour back. So that means 9.
Good, Dimitri. So it's 9. So it's not all the way at the 10, so it has to be 9. Okay, then we know this is 30, 35, 40, 45. So then this has to be, what comes next, Aiden? I have 30, 35, 40, 45.
It's 9:50.
50. So they go to the library at 9:50. So is it AM or PM? AM or PM?
AM.
AM.
Right when I looked at the clock, I knew it was 9:50.
Awesome. All right. So then if they end at, hold on, I gotta remember what time they end. Okay. First, tell me the time, then how long do they have?
Miss Chandler, by the way, if I leave, my network's just like my network is not on, by the way. If I leave. But if I leave again, that's just my network kicking me out.
That's okay.
And if it keeps on going, it's still my network. I'm not doing it.
Okay. Okay, what time? Someone tell me what time is on my clock. What time is on my clock? Miles, what time is on my clock? Miles, what time is on my clock? Miles, can you hear me? Yes, Grace, go to the bathroom. All right, Sarah, help Miles out. What time is on my clock?
10:30.
10:30 a.m. All right, so now if I want to figure out how much time is in between there, okay, I can do it in multiple different ways. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to count by 5. So I'm going to say 9:50. So I'm going to say 9:55, 10, 10:05, 10:10, 10:15, 10:20, 10:25, 10:30. Okay, so I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So then it would be 40 minutes. Okay. So you can do it that way, or you could do 10:30 minus 9:50. Okay. You can also do it that way. So you can solve this multiple different ways. All right. So we are going to really be focusing on our analog clocks today, and we're actually going to really be taking a focus on addition and subtraction problems using our clocks. So if you will please get out your math notebook for me. If you
I already have my math
notebook. You will please get out your math notebook. We're going to write today's date and our focus. All right, so I have the problem printed out. So what you're going to do is I'm going to show you the problem. Okay, you're going to solve it in your notebook. You do not have to write the problem down. You're just solving it in your notebook. You do not have to write it down. Please make sure you stay muted. Please make sure you stay muted. So you do not have to write the problem down. All you're doing is solving it, okay? Once I read it. The school play started at 7 p.m. Act 1 was 55 minutes long. There was a 20-minute intermission between Act 1 and 2. Act 2 was 45 minutes long. Show what time the play started and finished on the clock. So what time, I'm going to do this one. This is going to be my start. And then this is going to be my end. Okay, so let's do this first. When did the play start? Can someone raise their hand and tell me, when did the play start? Bella, when did the play start?
7 p.m.
It started at 7 p.m. So, what does 7 p.m. look like on my clock? Kason, what does 7 p.m. look like on my clock? Where should my hour hand be? What should it point to?
It should point to the 7.
Okay. And then what is my minute hand going to point to?
The 12.
The 12. Okay. So 7 o'clock, it's going to point to the 7 and the 12. All right, now we need to figure
Use
out
the bathroom.
quickly. Now we need to figure out how long the play was. How could I figure out how long the play was? What can I add together? I have 55 minutes long. Then I have 20-minute intermission. Then I have 45 minutes long. So I need to add all of those together. So I'm going to do, so you're going to do 55 plus 20 plus 45. 55 plus 20 plus 45. I should see you working on that. 55 plus 20 plus 45. You should be typing in the chat. 55 plus 20 plus 45. What's my answer? 55 plus 20 plus 45. $55 plus 20 plus 45. $55 plus 20 plus 45. All right, Dimitri, what's 5 plus 0 plus 5? So what's 5 plus 5?
Wait, I didn't hear there was a 20 plus. Okay, let me redo it.
10.
10. Okay, Dimitri, what's 5 plus 2?
7.
Plus 4?
7, 8, 9, 10. 11.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus 1? 11 plus 1?
12.
12. So I have 120. So
It's
the
a very. I get confused by 12 and 20.
You're good, Dimitri. So it's 120 minutes. It was 120 minutes long. So I could put right here, how long was the play including intermission? Well, I know it was 120 minutes. But they want to know what time the play ended. So if my play started at 7 p.m. and it lasted 1 hour and 20 minutes. Oh, oops, hold on, no, that's all right. It lasted 120 minutes. So we know, so let's take, we know 60 minutes equals an hour, okay? So 120, what is 60 plus 60?
120,
120.
which means 120 is 2 hours.
Is 2 hours. So I need to add 2 hours to 7 o'clock. So if I add 2 hours to 7 o'clock, what would it be? If I add 2 hours to 7 o'clock, what would it be? Nobody? What's 7 plus 2? Aiden, what's 7 plus 2?
9 o'clock.
So the play ended at 9 p.m. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky when we're doing these addition and subtraction problems, because it's 120 minutes. So I can't just take 7 o'clock and add 120 to it. Okay, this isn't right, because this means you're telling me it was an hour and 20 minutes. But I'm not telling you it was an hour and 20 minutes. I'm telling you it was 120 minutes total. So it's different. So you can just add it, and in this 8:20. That doesn't make sense. Okay? I know that's confusing. So that's why we always have to remember that,
This is why I hate math.
I know, 60 minutes equals 1 hour and 60, seconds equals 1 minute. So 60 minutes equals 1 hour and 60 seconds equals 1 minute. We have to know those because that'll help us when we're solving these. Okay, let's try one more and then we're going to move on to our independent practice. An started studying for the math test at 1:10 p.m. He studied for 45 minutes and took a break for 10 minutes. He studied for another 30 minutes and then went to band practice. Know what time An started and stopped studying. All right. So, what time did he start studying?
1:10.
At 1:10. 1:10.
Excuse me.
So,